next. Hello Adrian, and welcome back once again to my channel. It is 7:30 p.m. and I'm in UTC +8, my time zone. Hope you are doing well and hope everybody is happy today because Bitcoin made some recovery. Ding! Let's wait until the hardcore crew is back on it. Back on it. Dum da dum. Let's wait until this the chat refreshes. Oh, hi Cedric, hi Adam, hi Shamir, hi Henry, hi Monkol, hi Gita, hi Darren, hi Nikolai, hi Lex. Anybody else? Anybody else? No, that's it. That was the hardcore crew that that joined us in, and everybody is present. So before we head over to the Bitcoin analysis, hi Khalid. Before we go into the Bitcoin analysis, let's take a look on the COVID situation, on the COVID numbers, so that everybody is warmed up and ready to go. And we are in the US. Wow, 2.1 million cases, and Brazil is nearing the 1 million cases. Russia is over the 500,000 right now. India is it's gearing up to 350,000 cases as well. Let's take a look on the chart. How does it look on the chart? Wow, woo! Over 8 million cases. Seems to be going very, very quickly, right? Very, very quickly. Ooh, 8 million cases. US, ooh, doesn't look good. Spiking up right now instead of going down. Brazil, not good. Russia, not good. India, not good as well. Spain and Italy seems to be going a little bit on the better hand this time. But yeah, overall, it seems like the numbers are going up really, really fast now. I think this the opening of all these borders and resume of work and this and that is it's creating quite a lot of new cases apparently. I don't know how the situation is wherever you guys are, but over here they are starting to slowly resume everything. They're opening the malls now, but it's still limited hours, and it's quite packed, to be honest. So I don't really like to go. I only go to do groceries, and then I already feel quite unsafe already. I do a lot of delivery. I don't know. I mean, delivery of like vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. But for some stuff, you kind of have to go to the mall. I do some shopping also through like online grocery shops, but it's not as good as actually going to the mall. But I do try to get as much delivery as I can though, instead of like actually going. Hi Darway, hi Alvin. But yeah, things are starting to be reopening. But like I said, I'm pretty confident to say that there will most likely be, a lot of the second wave is most likely gonna arrive or happen. There's no way that they can contain this really without having a cure or having a vaccine, right? Anyways, so let's move immediately to the action for yesterday. What did we do yesterday? Well, yesterday we talked about that 8.9k that most likely will have at least this minimal bounce. We've spoken about the bullish divergence, and we've spoken about the area where we were targeting, and the first target was of course that 9.4k area, or this green box where we as the first target. But I also said that most likely we might get a spike up towards our second target area, around the 9,750 area, if we manage to be closing above the EMA 21. Right now, as we can see, first target beautifully hit. I closed pretty much all of my position on my long for the people who are interested in that. Pretty much all closed around 9,500. My long from 8,925 closed it at around 9,500, so pretty good. Daddy made some diapers, but that's what trading is all about. Like I said, sometimes you have like 7 days that you don't make a trade, and then sometimes you have a big trade and you make some money. That's the whole thing. But what can we say about the price right now? Well, it's looking really good actually, and I do think probabilities are quite high that we're going to hit our second target, and we'll most likely be going up towards the 9.750, 9.8k range in the next couple of days. That's what it's looking like, to be honest, right now. But we'll go over that in a moment. Hi, John. No, you're not late. We just started like a couple of minutes ago. Cedric, yeah, delivery has to be very careful. But the thing is, I have a scanner. So whenever they deliver, even like the packages or anything like that, it goes through the scanner first. So it gets, all the bacteria gets killed, and only then I'll be using the product. So it's not like, it's a lot less dangerous than actually, grabbing the stuff. So it goes through the scanner first. It's like at the airport, beep, goes through the scanner. It's cleansed of the bacteria, and then I'm sure that there's no bacteria. That's the reason why I use delivery. Yeah. Anyways, so yesterday we've spoken about it. This is some sort of like a falling wedge. Like I said, we had bullish divergence on these two spots. Where did I still leave it? No, I didn't. We had some bullish divergence, and we can clearly see RSI broke up, as you can see, and we went back. And now, right now, we're actually closing above the green box right now on the 4-hour basis. Of course, this is just a 4-hour basis, but it's looking quite good. It's looking very constructive, and we still have some space towards the upside. So I do think that we'll most likely be spiking up, maybe later tonight or tomorrow, towards the 750. I left a little bit of my position because I wanted to gamble on that. It's like very small position though, like maybe 20% of my position or something like that I'm leaving open, just in case, just get on making a little bit of an extra money in case we get there. Well, we can see on the daily that we are forming this falling channel and on the RSI as well. Very beautiful. And as you can see, we still have some space if we are going to be touching this. And as we know, usually when we are forming some sort of like falling channel on the RSI, usually we do break up. So this is very possible as well that we completely break up out of that channel as well. What does that mean? Okay, well, then it means that the price is going to be breaking out of this channel as well, and most likely going towards the 10.5k, the 10.4, 10.5k that we have been spoken about. But there's also a chance, of course, that our channel gets rejected, so the price we get something like this, and then we get rejection back down. That would be very, very bearish, of course, but we'll be going over those situations and those patterns in a while. So, but first now I wanted to show the more bullish sides, the more positive sides of what we wanted to see, and what kind of triggers the next couple of steps. Because like I've said, today actually it was a very important day for the continuation of our bullish trend. Like I've explained yesterday, if we would not be starting to close some candles above the 2-day and the 3-day. Okay, let's go back onto the macro chart, right? So this is the weekly right now, and as you can see, bounced beautifully off right now on the simple moving 10 moving average. The 10 simple moving average on the weekly is diverging from the EMA 21 or the yellow line right now, which is very, very positive. It means that in the short term, the momentum is on the bullish side, and more strength is actually on the buy side and then on the selling side. So this is very important to see on this weekly. So as long as we see that the 10 simple moving average is getting way and way more distance away from the EMA 21, this is really good for the price. So once again, macro perspective or medium term, I'm still bullish as long as we don't break some patterns on the downside. But we do have to realize that yes, our stocks are really, really on the top side here. Of course, in a bullish market, the stocks kind of hang there. They kind of push up, they go down a little bit, and they go back up, which we can see on the 3-day more specifically. right? So on the 3-day chart, what we wanted to see was, of course, making sure that we are above the EMA 21. And now the next step to be actually be confirming is a closure above the 10 simple moving average, what we are seeing right now, which is currently at 9,562, right? So the 3-day candle is going to be closing tomorrow. So the next domino movement or continuation of the trend would be just this. If tomorrow morning, if at 8 a.m., if we are closing the 3-day above the 10 simple moving average, I'm pretty confident that we will have continuation of our trend. So if it does close above this, definitely going to be adding on my long, and I would be targeting like the 10.4k or 10.5k to be honest, on the next couple of days or something like that, right? It's not going to be immediately, but then we would be forming some sort of like a bullish candle and closing above the EMA very strongly with a powerful long wick on the downside on the 3-day chart, plus a very a bigger body than what we're seeing right now, would be confirming for me enough to tell me like the next couple of days will most likely get continuation of our trend. So tomorrow we will see a lot more about that, and we will also be seeing, like what I'm saying about the Stokes as well, hanging above or near the top of the bullish zone rather than breaking down towards the neutral zone, right? Also, our RSI, as we can see, currently are below, but it will cross up at 9,734, so very near our EMA, once again towards the bullish side as well. Tomorrow, the 2-day candle is also going to be closing as well. And exactly the same thing as on the 2-day chart. We can clearly see we are above the EMA 21, but still below the 10 simple moving average. And once again, 9,583 is the key number. If we are breaking above and closing tomorrow above 9,583 or this one 9,562, so somewhere around there, let's just say 9,500, let's say 9,600 9,590, okay, to make it simple. It's just $90 from here, guys. It's very, very near. It's only $90 from here, so it could really happen. So I would most likely be adding towards my long, or reopening my long, let's put it like that, if we do confirm more towards the top side, right? So am I going to be jumping immediately in the long? That's not what I'm saying, but I'm just saying for my bias, my personal bias will be towards 10.4k or 10.5k for the next couple of days, if we are closing above the 10 simple moving average. And once again, that would we can see once again the divergence of the 10 simple moving average between the yellow line and the light red line, I guess you can see. The more distance we have, the more powerful, or the more buy pressure we have, right? As you can see here, we started to diverge very strongly, and we can see the price goes up very quickly as well. Here we started to wane a little bit, and the distance goes a bit closer between the two averages, and then we can see price going back down as well. But right now we are forming a little bit of more divergence as well on the 2-day chart, right? But okay, so that's the bullish side. Once again, also here we can see 9,689. If things go well, if we close above it, then things are looking good towards the next step. Most likely 10.4k, 10.5k is what I'm seeing. If, like I said, if we are managing to be closing above those candles. When do we get bearish? Well, the opposite, right? When we are seeing some close below the EMA 21 on the 2-day or the 3-day chart, that will immediately give me a very bearish signal, and most likely we'll be starting to be retracing back, at least back to like the 8.6k ish. Well, not the 8.6k. Most likely it's gonna retest that area here. I would say lower 9,000 once again, but yeah, 8.8 maybe, 8.8, 8.7, something like that. But it would not be good. It would not be good. So going back to the 2-day, if we are breaking below the EMA 21, which is currently at 9,250, On the 3-day, what's on the 3-day? On the 3-day, it's 9,079, so that's quite far away. So, but let's I would just confirm it on the 2-day, to be honest already. So if price would be closing tomorrow below 9,250, my bias would be towards the bearish side, at least for a pullback towards the lower 9K, right? So keep that in mind. So you know the ranges are very defined because of that. So it gives us really a lot of information to set up potential trades, right? So if tomorrow we close above 9.6, let's put it at 9.6K to make it easier to explain. 9.6K means that we are closing above the simple 10 moving average, which means that the divergences will be wider and bigger towards the EMA 21. That would give me a bullish bias, and most likely will be heading towards 10.4, 10.5K in the next coming days or something like that. Not talking immediately. Towards the downside, if we close candles below 9,250, most likely we'll be heading towards the downside. Around the lower, most likely reswipe the lower 9K levels, 8.8K, 8.9K, somewhere around there. Not too happy about that range. But also, so yesterday, what this confirmed was also a what we call a higher low, right? So we've been talking about the higher lows in this pattern on this channel. So this 8.9K is actually our kind of like our, well, it's lower than 8.9K. So let's put it an exact number there to be exact. 8892. So okay, 8892. So that's a very important number, right? So 892. Maybe I won't use that. I'll just type it down. I've been used to using that brush all the time. Okay, so 8892. Okay, there. 8892. It's this one. Sorry. So 8892 is a very important number, right? So this basically confirmed our higher low. But if the price from here gets rejected and we go below 8892, then we don't have a higher low anymore. Then our short-term structure, is going to be done. Hi Tina. I have no idea. The 26th of June is like 10 days away from here. I have no idea. I love it when you always ask me these questions that are like out there. It's pretty funny. I'm just taking it day by day. I'm just talking about the next couple of days. I have no idea what will happen. Most likely there will be a big effect because there's a lot of options and futures trading every month now from the CME chart, right? So yeah, but what we're talking about right now is actually the domino effects that are going to create the catalyst. Because to be honest, this week is really the week. Either the bulls are going to be pushing it up, and we are going to be going towards that 11.5K or building towards that 11.5K. Or we are going to retrace down towards that 7.5K that we've been talking about. Not immediately, but this week is going to be defining that moment, right? And I'm just trying to explain the couple of triggers that can give us information towards that bigger trigger, right? Towards that bigger event. So keep creating a higher high will give us the effect that we'll most likely be trending towards the 11.5K. Closing below the EMA 21 or the yellow line will give us that trigger and that effect towards the 7.5K. So that's basically what we're trying to do here, and to find the trigger points to make the correct trade at the right timing, right? So those are the things that we have to look out for the 2-day and the 3-day chart, which are going to be closing tomorrow, right? Once again, above 9.590, very bullish. Most likely continuation towards at 10.4K, very likely in the next couple of days. Closing below 9.250, pretty bearish. would be going towards most likely reswiping the lower 9,000, 8.99K. But if we are swiping below towards the 8.9K, like I'm trying to explain, is the following. This is currently our higher low. And if we are going below the 8892, then we will actually have a lower low, no longer a higher low. And that would break our formation, right? That's very important. And that would break our pattern and our formation. So right now, it's very, very easy for me. If price goes below 8892, I will just immediately put it into a short. It's just insta short. So if price, so put it very clear in your mind, I will immediately short if price goes below 8892, because that will create a lower low and break our structure, and very, very likely that will be going towards like 8.6 very, very quickly, make a small bounce, like I said, and most likely end up around the lower 8K, 7.9K ish area. So it's the structures are really, 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 really compact right now, and in terms of like trading perspectives, this is like kind of like a wet dream for traders, because if you are looking at the right trigger points, you can just, it's quite, well, for me it's quite simple to be trading things, right? So, and then that's basically what I'm looking for, to set up my trades and find the edge where, there's very, very low risk, and where I can switch over into positions on a very easy or defined reasoning behind it. So if we break this price 8892, we make a lower low, our higher low is gone out of the window. It would mean that we would be breaking this structure or this uptrend. Technically, it's still uptrend, like I've explained it yesterday as well. As long as we are creating higher lows, this is technically still an uptrend. This is still a bullish channel towards the upside. We can't say anything. The trend is our friend, and we just live with the trend, which means that that's the reason what I tried to explain yesterday as well. For me, this was an automatic long, because we hit our support line. Our support line is our friend, and as long as we keep holding that support line, there's no issues or no reason to be bearish at all. And that's, as you can see, that's the case. What is right now, but there is, like I said, tomorrow we will have another very, very key moment where possibly, because price can easily just be in the middle of it again, and we will not have any confirmation, but we could have confirmation tomorrow. And I'm just explaining to you guys what I'm looking at tomorrow, because it's so it triggers so many possible it gives you so many right ideas on what possible trades that can happen. So whatever happens tomorrow, but right now, how I'm looking at things is quite simple. This looks very bullish. We keep closing, as you can see here on the 4-hour charts, above this green box. So for me, right now, I'm still aiming towards this green box, second green box here. Whatever happens after, who knows, right? But by closing tomorrow, if we manage to get to this box here and we close at that box, that would make me very bullish. Like I said, that would the 2-day and the 3-day candle close would be very bullish, and then I would be just instead of closing my position, I'll most likely be waiting for a small retracement, a small pullback, and once again long it again. So yeah. I would be very bullish. So something like this could happen. Let's say we go here, we get the small rejection, it goes back towards our support, and then we break up something like this from here. That could be very, very, very possible, right? And then we just re-enter, obviously, somewhere around the green box, or most likely the 10 simple moving average. If it pulls back around there, most likely around 9.6K ish area, that's where I would be re-entering my position or re-adding my position if we get there. But that's a lot of ifs, right? But I've explained what the ifs are by tomorrow as well. So let's take a look on the short term, what we can see on the RSI. So on the daily, oh, what the fuck? On the daily, we can clearly see that, like I said, two possible ways, right? There's still some space to be going up. Do we get rejected there and then move back down, or do we break up above this RSI? That's basically what is happening right now. But there's still a lot of space to be going up. So yeah, I'm still bullish on this as well. On the 4 hour, as we can see right here, it's taking a small pushback, but holding very, very steadily above all of these moving averages on the 4 hour. I don't see any problems at all. The next candle close is going to be happening in like 1 minute, so let's give it a minute. But as we can see, still above the EMA 21, still above the EMA 55 as well. Looks very good for me as a reversal pattern. So yeah, doesn't mean that we can't pull back a little bit and then push up, right? But I'm just saying this looks very constructive for a continuation towards my second target at 9,750. Well, it's a little bit higher, this green box here. But yeah. Also, the traditional market is really well as well. If we are looking here at Nasdaq, beautiful reversal here on the EMA 200, as we can see on the 4 hour. Picture perfect. Daily looks very strong, closed very, 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 very high, above right now, above the 10 simple moving average. Very constructive, looks very good, just looks very good. So traditional markets, if Big Daddy is going up, I don't see Bitcoin not doing anything else. So yeah, Big Daddy is saying up, so Bitcoin is most likely going to go up as well. So we got our close of our 4 hour, and it's above the EMA 55. Looks very good to me, right? So let's put on some ranges. Well, my ranges would be very easy. Most likely around 9.7, 9.8K on the top side, and then the lower side would be around well, above the EMA 55, right? So 9.2K, 9.1K, sorry, 9.1K ish on the bottom side. So let's take a look on the expected moves. The expected move charts says 9,662 for the first standard deviation on the top side, and 9,318 for the first standard deviation on the bottom side. As we can see, it's curling a little bit to the downside, but if we would go back to 9.3K, is any structure going to be broken? No, we would be just going below a little bit towards the support zone here, which is perfectly fine, right? So we would get some sort of like this. This is what I would be expecting. So a small pullback in the next couple of hours maybe, and then I still see it going up more than going down. But of course, everything will be, the market is going to do what the market wants to do, and that's the reason why it's so important to kind of like define the scenarios so that we can enter a trade, because there's no point in trying to be right. It's trying to make money. That's basically what we want to do. Anyways, that's the up. Let's take a look at the Stokes. The 12-hour Stokes, as you can see, starting to curl up, and there's a lot of space. There's a lot of space that we can go up. So this is like I said, price has not been going down that much, and Stokes were going down very hardcore in the last couple of days. That was very bullish. So yep. Okay. Our RSI is above right now, above the EMA, and it will only cross down if we cross down below 9,421. So that would be a cross down. Let's take a look on the daily. Daily Stokes are curling down on the daily. This is interesting. So it's down. Oh, HVP is still flashing, by the way, for the daily. So we're still expecting some very big moves in the next. Like I said, it's kind of has to happen this week. So that's why the daily HVP is flashing. So yeah, we are on the daily. We are still down below the EMA, but it's going to cross up at 9,552. So yeah, very near. Let's take a look on the short term, 4 hour. 4 hour is very high right now, as we can see. Broke out of that of the previous resistance that we kind of built. So this is very bullish on the top. Yeah, very bullish. Up. Oh, what's this? Boom. So yeah, above the EMA, of course. We'll cross down below 9.4k. So yeah, but like I said, this RSI looks very, very constructive, to be honest. It might, like I said, a little bit of a pullback, touching the EMA and then pushing back up. This is very constructive. Looks very good to me. So yeah, yeah. Can I see? So yeah, I guess that's all I have to say actually for today, because it's quite straightforward, to be honest. It's quite straightforward. A lot of money that can be made in this week. That's how I look at things. Short term, it's still bullish. Looks very constructive right now. I think we're gonna push towards the 9.750, 9.8k later tonight, tomorrow. If that happens, and we confirm the 2-day and the 3-day candle close above the simple 10 moving average, I'm looking towards continuation later this week, by Thursday, Friday, most likely, towards the 10.4 or 10.5k. If we break below the EMA 21, below 9.9250, I would see the price immediately going back down towards like 8.9, 9k ish area. If we break 8.892, I will instantly move into a short and be aiming towards the 8k ish area, or lower 8, higher 7k ish area. And that's so yeah, the trading, in a trader's perspective, like I said, this is a kind of wet dream come true, to be honest. I don't think it's easier than that, to be honest. I just have to wait it out and see what the market is going to be confirming us in the next couple of days, if we are going to be having that crazy down towards 7.5k, or having that bullish pump towards the 11.5k this month. But everything is pointing, for me, it's pointing towards the 11.5k. I mean, that's the higher probability. Well, why is that the higher probability? Well, we're still in an uptrend. Technically, this is still an uptrend, right? So you can't be bearish when we are in an uptrend. So yeah, would be very, very careful if you are thinking about shorting, like, if you're thinking about shorting here, or like 9.8k or something like that. I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't do it. Because this looks like it's either going to be pumping all the way towards like 10.4, 10.5, and then head a small pullback from there, and then head up towards 11, and then 11.5k, something like that. That's more likely. So I would be very careful with shorting, only except if we break, like I said, 9,250. I would contemplate taking a short there at 9,250 if we close below that, and then aim for a very quick scalp towards like around 9,000 and see what happens there. But if we break the 8,892, definitely will be entering a short there, and then aiming towards the lower 8k, and eventually most likely 7.5k after. But like I said, let's see what tomorrow brings, because those candle closes are way more important than whatever is going to be happening later tonight. What are my thoughts on the Q2 earnings reporting lower? BTC? No. Okay, so we are in this. I keep trying to explain this to people, but what happens in the economy has absolutely zero or nothing correlated with the stock market. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand, right? Because look at how things are. economy is in the lockdown, 30 million or something like that unemployed in the US. Unemployment is going up everywhere, in every country, in Asia, in Europe, in every country. But stock market is recovering and going up. Does that make sense? Kind of doesn't make sense, but it kind of does as well. This is what the psychology of people are. Psychology of people is always thinking like, well, it will always recover eventually. Eventually we will find a cure. Eventually things will be normal again. Eventually. And what we had was a major capitulation, right? A major shock. And after a shock, there comes recovery, right? Except if something really bad happens again, then of course they will have a pullback. And there will always be a pullback whenever we get super high, and we kind of had the pullback, right? So this is what the pullback was, right? We had a major, let's put it on the weekly to see it a little bit easier. So we had this nice rally, and then here this is a pullback, but like I said, technically still on an uptrend, even with this giant red candle to the downside, technically still on an uptrend. And that's what the stock market is doing right now. So if we hold this line, there's nothing to be said. Like, it's just gonna create back higher, and then once again create lower again, and then go back higher again. That's just how the stock market will keep going, except if there's like a lot of fear or something really bad happens. But until then, it will just keep going up. That's just how it works, because the FED is going to be, right now they're just pumping all that money into the economy. They're just buying up everything. Like, it's like imagine if you're playing a game and you have infinite amount of credits, right? You're dying, like you play round one, you hit the end boss and you get killed, but you get like that please continue, enter credit, and please continue. You enter the credit and you continue the game. That's what the FED right now is doing, right? So you can die so many times in that game, but if you have infinite amount of credits, you just press continue and you keep on playing. And that's kind of what is happening and going on right now. So if the FED keeps on printing money, if the FED keeps on supporting and buying every stock, every bond, everything that is going on, it's very unlikely that that price is going to be crashing down. The only time that it will be crashing down is when people have zero faith anymore into the government. If people are completely done and over with the government, then you will see a crash. Or when the effect of the printing money starts to be affecting the economy, right? When that happens, but that's a very really slow pace, right? Because like I said, with Gresham's law, we still have to have where the bad money is going to be overtaking the good money. And right now the good money is still the US dollar, the euro, and the yuan, and all the strong economies, because the people in the other countries, they are suffering way worse, and they are trying to sell and move all of their and use and spend all of their bad money into the good money. So the US dollar, the euro are still getting supported. So until that effect is over, we will still see continuation of our trend. So what I'm trying to say is, it's still going to take a really long time before we will see some effect. But there will be some effect. Like I said, I'm expecting, mid-end of 2021 or something like that. We will see a very powerful effect. But these type of pullbacks, they will definitely happen. It's still normal. But as long as we are holding the support line, we are still technically on a uptrend, and we cannot talk about recessions or pullbacks or crashes or anything like that if we are still holding this line. But at one point, if we are really going to be breaking this support line, this trend, then of course Bitcoin is going to make that retracement as well. But for now, if we are looking at the traditional markets, I mean, what can I say? Traditional markets are going up, so Bitcoin is going to go up as well. It's just how it is, right? Because if you're pouring in 10 trillion of dollars, a little fragment of that 10 trillion dollars is also going to Bitcoin. And because Bitcoin has such a low market cap, that effect is super substantial, right? So that's the reason why everything is going up right now. It doesn't even matter what all what matters right now is what goes up faster. That's basically what we're looking at. Where can I make the most money, right? And for people who are into stocks, I mean, did you see what Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, and all of those tech companies did? It's just insane, right? So if you've bought stocks in those tech companies, you've made way more, a substantial, way more than adding onto like other stocks. Other stocks did well. I'm not saying that other stocks didn't do well. Almost everything went up, but there are stocks that went up way faster, right? And that's basically what you kind of want to be looking for. So yeah, I really don't believe that we will have any real substantial crashes before the election. So until November, I think every trader is going to be acting like they are a genius, buy the dip, and most likely make money that way. I mean, that's how I see things. Until most likely the elections, or until we actually see the FED, give some thoughts or something like that. They will just if they stop printing money, if they stop saying like we're not going to give out loans anymore, if we're not going to help the economy anymore, then of course we will have a pullback, because the supply, there's going to be like a divergence between the supply and the demand, right? But until then, I'm very bullish, and that's the reason why I'm quite confident, and I'm most likely we'll be going to 11.5k. I mean, I don't like to be that kind of person, because I always get judged upon it. But you said that it was going to go to the 11.5k, and then when Bitcoin doesn't do that, what you're saying, then suddenly you're a horrible trader or something like that. You get judged by that one statement or something like that. But that's just my personal view, but I don't trade on my personal view. If I would be trading on my personal view, I would be broke a long time ago already. I trade on my technical analysis, and what I'm seeing right now is a lot of opportunity. This is really a golden time for traders, to be honest. If you are, if you kind of know, if you rewatch and you understand what I'm saying, or you kind of understand what I'm saying, there's a lot of opportunities right here, right now, and a lot of money to be made, to be honest. And the setups are for me, they're like clear as daylight right now, and it's yeah. I obviously I don't really care where the price goes, but I do hope that it goes up, because it's just more fun to be trading in a bull market than in a bear market. That's just how how it is, right? You make more Bitcoin, and Bitcoin goes up in value as well. Oh my God, that's amazing. That's the life, right? But either way, I'm a trader, so I have to make money. That's what I care about. I don't care about being right. So if people are hating on me that price goes to 7.5k, and then but you said that it's going to go to 11.5k, I'll still make my money, because like I said, if it goes below 8892, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not going to be thinking twice about things. I'm not going to be crying and moping about being wrong or being right. I'll be thinking about making money. So that's basically how it works. And yeah, a lot of people have that problem, right? A lot of people are just so not open-minded enough to be understanding that the market does what the market wants to do, but you as a trader, you you just have to be in the position to be making money when the price moves, not to be predicting where the price is gonna go to. And that's very hard for people, and that's the reason why signaling groups don't work. Like, it just doesn't work because the signaling group will only give you a signal, and sometimes it will be right, sometimes, but it's not consistent enough to make you enough money. It's way better for you to be sitting in front of your computer and doing all the work yourself, and finding positions and edges where you can enter your trade and know what you're doing, and setting up your master plan. Because if that signal doesn't work out, you'll probably be hating and saying, hey, that's bullshit. But as time moves, as the market moves, that's what the market says is basically what you should be doing. And if the market tells me tomorrow I'm going to be closing above the 10 simple moving averages, above 9.6k, I'll be bullish. If the market closes below 9,250, that's what the market says, I'll be bearish. And that's how I trade, and I don't care. Like, let's see what the market does tomorrow. And do we close above 9.6k? Do we close below 9,250? And then we react, and we already have our plan ready. See, fully ready. Above, we long towards, aiming towards 10.4, 10.5k. We go above 10.5, 50, spike that below, aiming for 11.5k. If we break below 9,250, aiming for 9k. If we break below 8,892, we're aiming for 8k. Well, realistically, most likely 7.5k. The whole plan, everything is set up already. Like, I'm just waiting for the right signal, the right timing, and the right indicators to be telling me, okay, this is basically what is happening, and then you click and you make your money. It's as simple as that. All right, I hope that was informative. Well, let's take a look. I just wanted to check my, here we can see here on our oscillator, it's trying to be breaking up the yellow line. That would be, of course, bullish again. Let's take a look on the Hearst. We are still getting rejected from the short median, but it's at 9,529. So yeah, looks pretty good. Like I said, I'm still this is still my count, my Elliott wave count that I've set since a long time already, right? We've been monitoring this already. This is probably our second wave, and then most likely our third wave would be around the 11k ish area, or the top of this cycle, medium cycle right here, 11k, and then we make a small bounce back to like 10.5 ish, something like that, and then go to 11.5. It's destiny. I'm just kidding. This could be completely wrong as well. It's just an idea that we've set up since I don't know when did we created this one? A long time ago already. So yeah. Anyways, I think everything's clear. Well, if it's not clear for you, it should be clear. Well, if it's not clear, then I can't help you, but it's very clear for me. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please comment, like, share, whatever you do want to do with this channel. I'm doing this for myself, but also a little bit for the hardcore crew. But yeah, let's see tomorrow what is going to be happening. Still expecting. Yeah, and if it's not clear, just rewatch. Actually, if you rewatch the previous video, when I'm talking about the macro, how the movement, the divergences of the domino effects from the short time moves effects on the longer time frames, on the weekly time frames, I think those are really key indicators that you have to understand. Okay. So, see you again tomorrow, hopefully. If it was not to if I didn't lose too many viewers because of this rant once again. 8:30 p.m. What am I saying? 7:30 p.m. UTC plus 8, and until then, of course, please stay home, stay free, stay safe,